Well, it's Sunday and it's raining out, so I'm not planning on going out today. So I'm going to be making a meatloaf. I'm making a natty meatloaf, meaning I'm not following anybody's recipe. I'm not following my recipe because I don't have a recipe for meatloaf. I just make the meatloaf the way I see I should make it. The way I think it should make it. But anyways, this is what I'm using today, and I'll show you what I got. So in the background, you might hear some thumping around and some scraping. That's Jay. He's cutting up the potatoes and cutting some carrots for the side of this dish. But anyways, this is my meatloaf for today. I'm going to be using some chicken stovetop stuffing. Chicken stovetop stuffing because it's dated August 7th. Best before. So I might as well use it now. It's out of my pantry, and it'll go in this meatloaf tasting great. I'm going to use an egg to hold it all together. Onion soup, powdered onion soup, and a bunch of meat here. We have some lean ground beef. It's a club pack I got for $10 the other day at the superstore. And yeah, that's going to be my meatloaf today. Nice and simple, nice and easy, but it's going to be, of course, delicious. So I also want to show you what I got the other day at Food Basics. I got this great deal. They had baskets of cucumbers. They didn't look too well. They look kind of yellow, so I didn't buy the cucumbers. But they had small potatoes like this for I think it was $3.88 or $3.99, something like that. It was under $4 anyways. For a basket of these babies. So I'm going to be using this in my dish today alongside with my meatloaf. Okay, so we're going to put the meat inside the bowl. Make sure your hands are clean. My hands are clean. I just washed them. Always make sure your hands are clean because you're going to use your hands while doing this. So, some people use gloves. I don't care. Don't really care about what the texture is on this because, well, it's just meat. Big deal. Anyways, yeah. So then we got the meat in there. Then we got the stovetop. Really can't see, can you? Stovetop stuffing. I took the chicken kind, like I said, because it was not expiring, best before, and it was like, the pantry thing, so. I'm using stovetop stuffing. Now I'm going to break that down to smaller pieces. If you want to put it in blender or whatever, or have another way to do it, that's fine. I'm just doing it fast. Now this is an alternative to breadcrumbs. Lots of noise going on today. Let's take some there. I opened it so I get more room to take that anger out on it. Squeeze you and love you forever. Squeeze you and love you forever. It's kind of satisfying. Okay, so I'm going to put the whole shebang in there. So this has a lot of flavor. Has a lot of spices in there and everything else, so you don't really need to add too much to your meatloaf now, I guess, because it's going to taste like stuffing. It's going to be delicious. Now I'm going to put my egg. One egg should do it. And, oh, wait. I'm just going to put a little bit of this. I'm going to put a little bit of tomato ketchup from the Dollar Tree because I'm cheap and I don't really care what my ketchup tastes like because ketchup's ketchup to me. I know you're probably thinking, yeah, no, it's not. But guess what? To me, it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to put a little bit of ketchup in there. And one more thing. A little bit of pepper in my thing. A little bit of pepper in my thing. I'm going to have to hand these potatoes to Jay in a minute. But I'll wait till this is done. He's not done cutting his carrots anyways. Are they? Yeah. Shit. Well, you'll have to wait a minute. Don't go anywhere. I'm just going to mix that up. You know what I forgot? My onion soup mix. But I'm not going to use the whole thing because I'm going to be using it for my broth as well. So I'm going to use half the package in the meatloaf itself. And then the rest is going to go in the sauce. Or the broth. The bouillon. The whatever you call it. You know, the stuff that cooks the carrots and the patates. The onion. Like, I'm almost tempted to put a can of vegetable soup in here. But no. There we go. It's all incorporated in there. Right? I'm going to wash my hands. So I set my oven at 375. And like you know, I hate my oven, but I love it at the same time. It cooks things differently than it did my other oven. So I'm not sure how long it's going to take to cook this meatloaf and whatever. So 375. I'm thinking hours upon hours, but we'll see. Just going to put a little bit of oil at the bottom and around the sides so it doesn't stick that much, you know. All right. Then we're going to take our beautiful, let's get this out of the way. Oh, actually, you know what? I have to do one more thing is I got to wash these patates for Jay. Jay, get yourself another bowl up there, honey. Here, I got a bowl here. So I'm just going to wash these guys there. So he has nice, clean potatoes. And this is reality, guys. I actually have dishes in the sink today. It's something you really don't see too often.
She's slacking.
Slacker, look at me. I have a couple bowls from breakfast. And oh my God! I'm such a dirty girl. I got 2 bowls and, you know, a plate and 2 mugs in the sink from breakfast. I'm such an evil girl.
So evil.
Okay, are so dirty. What are you looking for? He's in my way again.
If I'm standing, I'm in her way.
Should be enough potatoes right there. Quite a few. Get Jay to cut those up. There you go, my love.
Thank you.
Oh. Jay just gave me some onions. Look at that. Jay just cut me an onion. Oh, let's incorporate that in there. See, I was almost going to put my meatloaf in there, but I forgot a couple things. So I'll just put a little bit in there because I'm going to put that in the sides too. Yeah. It's going to be a great onion. Like, I could put green peppers, red peppers, but I don't have any. So I'm not going to put some. But you know what I might just put in here? Now that I think about it? No, forget it. I was going to put the rest of the salsa, but I'll keep that for my breakfast sandwiches in the morning. You know, when you make a meatloaf, you just look in your fridge and you see a lot of things you can put in there. You know, incorporate it. Incorporate it. Okay. Now I'm going to shape it like a log. Kind of like a log, I guess you call it. Put it in there. Put that aside. Wash that separately. I know. Man, that's a big pan. Guess what? I have a miniature one. And I have a big one. There's no in-betweens. Okay. Gotta shape it. Shape it good. Really, Jay?
What?
I heard that.
What?
You fought it. I heard the fought.
You didn't hear nothing.
I heard bolt.
Talking potato running out of the bucket.
Oh, the bucket. He dropped the potato in the bucket and sounded like a fart. I'm like, what? Really? We're recording here? There. Flatten it down a little bit. There we go. And that's the meatloaf. Nice and fancy schmancy. So I'm going to put the carrots in here. And of course you have to, you know that I taste test my carrots. Now, let's put the carrots in there. All along the sides. Equally. I'm just waiting for my potatoes. Where's those onions? So I'll put the onions all along the sides as well. So on top a little bit here. There we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna pour put a little bit of Worcestershire on top of the meatloaf. Just like that. Okay. Worcestershire. Okay, so James cut up the potatoes for me. So now we're going to add that to the carrots on the side. There's quite a bit here. So it's going to fill the casserole. Or, it's not a casserole dish. It's the roasting pan. It's going to fill it up pretty well. We're going to put a little bit of liquid in there so, helps cook it. Now, the reason I'm doing it with potatoes and carrots is because I seen someone make a meatloaf the other day. Not like this. This is not her recipe, mind you. Homestead Tessie. I watch her channel all the time. I'm a big fan. She's the reason I pretty much started this homemaker thing. So yeah, the potatoes and the carrots on the side. I never thought of doing that with my meatloaf. It makes an extra meal. Or an extra to your meal. Gives a good side. But she puts like I think a broth or something on the side of it, but I'm doing it differently. So I'm going to use the onion soup mix all around with the potatoes. All on top of the potatoes. Just like that. Nice. Put a little bit on top there. Okay. Good flavor. It's going to be fantastic, guys. And now I'm just going to add a little bit of water. Just so it has a little bit of broth or whatever in the bottom. Or soup in the bottom so it doesn't dry out the potatoes. Okay, so I'm using about a cup of water. I'm just going to spread it through. Just like that. Just like that. Okay. And that's it, guys. That's the meatloaf with a side of potatoes and carrots. And onion. Yes. So we're going to put that in the oven now. I'm going to close the top there so the steam doesn't come out right away. Now this guy's a big honker. This is for a turkey. So this is going to be a good big meal for tonight. And for tomorrow night. And probably the next day. And it's in the oven for 350. And we'll come back in an hour. I'm thinking a couple hours with my stove. So I put it in for 350. But I put it in for an hour. But I'm thinking my stove might take a couple hours, maybe 3 hours. So we'll see. We'll check it in an hour. So here's something I learned here today. Back in the Depression era, they used to use oatmeal as a filler to stretch your meatloaf to make more of it. Because back then, in the Depression era, it was quite expensive for meat. It was hard to come by, and people need to feed a family and make them full. So, yeah, that's what they used to do. And I figured, well, you know what? I'm going to try that next time. I didn't try it this time, but I'm going to definitely try it. So if you've tried that or you've done that, let me know what you think and how it tastes and if it's really a good filler or not. I can't see why not. It would take on the taste of the meatloaf, I guess. But yeah, just thought I'd share that with you guys. Well, it's been an hour. I took a peek and it's halfway there. So I'm putting it in for another hour. Another hour. Well, it's been 2 hours now. The potatoes, well, they're ready. The carrots, they're ready. The meatloaf, ooh, I think it's ready. Take it to the corner and see. Mmm. It looks like it's ready, guys. I'm just going to have to take a little peek here. Cut it in the middle. That's the best part to cut. Oh, yeah. It's definitely ready. Mmm. Now look at this piece here. Okay. Mmm. 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 Nice and tender. You can taste the onions. Mm. And that beautiful meatloaf taste has this Thanksgiving taste to it because of the stuffing. Oh, so good. It's not even supper time yet. It's only 3. It's only... What time is it?
3:28.
It's only 3:28, so I can't eat it yet. So I'll eat it around 4. Can't wait. It smells and tastes so good. And there it is. Meatloaf with potatoes and carrots. I'm going to call this my Thanksgiving meatloaf because it's got this Thanksgiving stuffing in it. Going to add a side. I'm going to put a bun on the side. Jay loves his bun, so he's probably going to make a sandwich with it. Or he's just going to eat it like that. What do you think, Jay?
I'm gonna eat it just like that.
Just like that?
Yeah, once it cools off, if we have any left over, I'll make a sandwich with it.
Oh, he'll be back for more. He'll come for seconds, I'm sure. But this is what we're having for dinner tonight. Meatloaf! And Al, Lynn, I'm sending you some of this for your birthday. Both your birthdays. Well, it's Al's birthday, my brother-in-law's birthday today. So I'm going to send him a piece. And my sister, she's coming back on Wednesday, so I'll have to freeze her some for Wednesday. Okay, guys, time for supper. I'm going to go eat. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and be sure to leave a comment below. And if you did try the oatmeal before with the meatloaf, let me know how it went. And if you do it that way, let me know how it tastes. Does it give it a good texture or what? Talk to you soon, guys. Bye for now.